If you've ever been denied for business funding and had no idea why, I promise you it's one of these 10 reasons that we're going to talk about today in this video. Because on this channel, we talk about everything business funding, mindset in order to help you get prepared before you actually get and submit your application. A lot of business owners run into denials because everybody tells you where to go to get funding, but they don't tell you exactly what to do before you get there. So that's what this channel is all about. Do me a huge favor. If you find this information helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. Now, when you click below the links in the descriptions, you'll be able to find all great resources to help you get started. There's a great Build a Business checklist from the Build a Business program. You can also find the link if you feel like you're ready to get started, then just go ahead and apply there because I want to first dig into the biggest lie about entrepreneurship that just slaps everybody in the face when we're all starting to get and grow our business, or when you're just looking for an opportunity, you need that money to grow. Well, everybody just tells you go to the bank, right? Go ahead and get a business credit card. Just apply, just open up a credit card, go ahead and get a loan. They just make it sound so easy. Maybe even some coaches that you've had have also said, you need to sign up for this program. Just get down to your bank and get a credit card. You don't have one? Go and open it up. Like it's just so easy. What they don't understand is a lot of business owners just can't do this. They're not in that position, right? Your friends are telling you, your family's telling you, but every situation is different. So you try it, you go down there, you're applying, but what happens? You get denied. And here's the problem. Nobody's telling you why, what exactly you need to do to fix it. Was it your credit? Was it your revenue? Was it your paperwork? Is it the way that the business is structured? Is it the way that you explained what you need the funding for? Or is it something else entirely? Because nobody explained that to you when you left the bank, even though you walked in there, feeling like you're on cloud nine, that this is about to work out for you. You walked out of there feeling just totally defeated, like it wasn't an option. And so for a lot of businesses, they just give up or they continue just beating their head on a wall that just puts them into a worse situation. So I am here to tell you that you do not have to give up. There are a ton of resources of capital available to you, but the first thing it starts with is making sure you get prepared and then also digging into all of the reasons that were causing some of the denials so that we can turn it around and really capitalize on the next opportunity. So I'm here to tell you that it's not that you're not fundable, it's just that you might not be ready at this moment. There's a couple tweaks that need to be reworked, or you just need to get some information onto the best pathway that you need to take. So you don't have to wait years and then come back. And by the way, you don't want to just wait because there's never the right moment, right? Waiting for the right moment never comes. So it's best to just take advantage and start getting prepared, get that leverage, that knowledge now so that you can truly understand how this actually works. And that starts with knowing why the lender said no. So today I'm going to walk you through all of the real reasons, everything they look at behind the scenes, because as Director of Funding at GRE Capital and GRE Money, we've helped hundreds of small businesses get access to financing. We're helping many small businesses right now. Actually, we're working with a hospitality group for their equipment financing. We've got a daycare lender that's come back for her second round of financing. So this is the place to be to get the information that you're looking for. So I want you to grab your notes, I want you to grab your pen, and I want you to listen closely because if you've been denied, I guarantee you're going to recognize yourself in one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So number one, you have no separation. Okay, so there's no separation between your personal and your business finances. It's basically like your business entity doesn't exist on paper. The lender literally cannot evaluate it. It's invisible to them. I've talked with many business owners. I talked with a couple I can think of who were hairstylists, who owned barber salons, trucking companies, and they did not have their finances going into a business bank account. So when they went to get funding, it doesn't matter the story, guys. And I've heard some pretty, deep emotional stories. They're not going to listen to that, right? It's all about the facts. So if you have your personal and business finances separated, you're already giving yourself a leg up. Now, the second thing is your business credit profile. They check. They want to see, do you have any type of business credit? Now, this isn't going to rule you out of all types of financing, okay? But this is good for if you're looking for SBA loans. The SBA will look to see if you have any type of business credit. So make sure that you're building up an established business credit profile. And remember, they do check, guys. And now number 3 is your personal credit. Your personal credit is too low, or it's too overutilized as well. Overutilization. Even if your score looks okay, if you're maxing out your cards, that's a red flag. If you don't have history of accounts, that's a red flag. I was working with a client one time who had a 730 credit score and had like no credit history, very, very, very new profile. They wouldn't work with him at all. So number 4, no business bank account. Remember what we were talking about? No business bank account, but this one goes even further. So no business bank account, no business address, no business phone number. That to a lender looks like your business isn't even really established. It looks like you're just operating as a hobby. And we need them to take us seriously. So you want to get a business phone number. You can go to phone.com, you can go to Vonage, you can go to Ring Central. You can, if you have a CRM, which is a customer relation like management system, how you can manage your leads and your pipeline, there is a way to get your phone number registered through the Go High Level CRM system. So you can do multiple different things. You can get a business bank account at a credit union, a local credit union. You can go to a regional bank as well. You can go to both. But you want to make sure that you have a business bank account outside of your personal. If any guys, I want you dropping comments. I want you telling me where you're at right now. Are you stuck on any of these? Have you been able to, and where are you stuck, right? Just drop it in the comments, shoot me a message, and make sure that you're scheduling your funding review so one of our advisors can reach out. You can also download our free checklist through our program, Build a Business Method. Now, moving on to number 5, no EIN. This is essentially no business structure, right? Or maybe you have the wrong type of structure for the type of funding that you're actually going after. Remember, not every lender works with every single type of business or industry. So you want to make sure that you're doing your research and you're having your corporate entity, your corporate structure filed. Number 6, this is what I keep repeating, applying with the wrong lender. This is so important, or applying at the wrong stage. Sometimes we've had people applying for $150,000 worth of funding with bad credit, no cash, no collateral, just a hope and a dream and a vision, right? That's not going to work. Okay. If you don't have a plan in place, then the lender is not going to work with you. So you want to make sure that you have a clear use of funds. You know exactly where you're operating at. If you're a startup business, probably not a good idea to request like $500,000 in funding. It's probably not going to happen, right? So work your way up. Understand that there's different types of ways to structure financing creatively that will allow you to expand to larger types of funding. You could start with a smaller $5,000 loan, maybe invest in like an ad campaign or building out a website or doing a marketing plan or program, getting that built out. Something that's going to bring you a return. Maybe you have 10,000, you can invest or 20 into a property. You're going to fix it up, you're going to sell it, whatever that is, right? But as you get more money, then you reinvest it, you start to grow, then you get additional types of funding. Also, when you get lenders that you're just starting to work with, if you get smaller amounts, when you make your payments on time, well, now you're building up a history with that specific lender, and they're more open to lending you more as you're progressing and as you're growing. Now, number 7, we have no documented revenue. And I know that there are programs and we see a lot of things out there that are like, you can get a loan with no revenue, no documents. You know, be advised what that is, okay? If you are going to get a loan and you have no income coming in, you have no way to actually pay it back, you don't have a plan in place, but you have the right revenue, you have the right credit score to maybe qualify for it, just sit down and ask yourself, is this something that's actually going to bring me a true return on investment? Because any type of loan that you're going to get, you're going to have to pay it back. Number 8 is industry risk. Not all industries are created the same. Sorry, guys, they're not. Some are considered much more high risk, and others are considered fine, right? They like working with certain ones, like there were software companies, hospitality companies, medical companies, things that are growing, right? But if you're in a risky industry, tobacco, maybe cannabis, that is more of a red flag. So certain lenders have the choice of who they want to work with and who they don't. So if you're in a riskier type of industry, don't get mad, just get strategic. So nine, we've got high debt to income ratio on the personal side. If you're getting a personal loan, then this matters. They do want to see your debt to income ratio. They want to know that you can actually handle the financing. They want to know that they're going to get their money back. So they're going to look at these things. And again, it doesn't matter the story. Sometimes now on the business loan side, the story can matter, but on the personal loan side, it's pretty much SOL. So you better have your stuff together. Number 10, I know you know what I'm going to say here because I've said it a few times. And I know you're taking notes, right? So if you're taking notes, you know what I'm going to say. Applying blind, essentially throwing spaghetti at the wall. This is so common nowadays because we have so many online lenders. So you can just log into Google, you can type loans for bad credit, and you can essentially apply online. But you want to be careful here because a lot of the online lenders will run your personal credit or do a hard hit. They run it through like a database where they just quickly, or an algorithm that quickly assesses some of their own parameters and requirements that they're looking at. This one can really kill you because they're applying everywhere. So every inquiry that hits on your personal credit, it's just dinging you, and you're going to get denied and denied again and again and again. And then every single one of those denials is going to drop your credit score just a little bit more and a little bit more. Some of you may even know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you feel like you're in this desperate situation. You got to keep applying, you got to keep applying. This one said they're not going to do an inquiry, but then you find out they're doing an inquiry, then you can get a hold of them. So don't even fall into that trap because it makes the next application harder to get approved for. It's just a downward spiral, and I'd hate for you to fall into that. It is completely avoidable just by connecting with the right network like our platform. You can click the link in the description below. We've helped hundreds of business owners get access to capital. I'm also director of funding at GRA Capital and GRA Money. We work directly with banks, alternative lenders, non-depository lenders to make sure that our clients have access to the best sources of capital. So we focus on being super, super strategic. And here is the good news for you guys, okay? Once you understand all of these 10 reasons, the denials, they stop being this kind of like mysterious thing that you're not really unsure of what's going on. It's a checklist. You can literally just go down first, fix each one of these one at a time. It doesn't have to take you a year. You know, it can take you a year if you stretch it out for that long. But when you get this all fixed up, then funding is not something that you're like just constantly trying to pray for and hope for. It is just an opportunity that comes to you because you had a plan put in place and you were prepared and you were set up. So, before we go any further, I want you guys to understand that funding doesn't fall into just one big bucket, right? There's all different kinds of funding, like we discussed, but ultimately it comes down to if you have cash flow, if you have credit, if you have collateral. Okay. So if you have one of these, knowing which one applies to you right now, knowing which one that you need to work on within the next 30 to 60 days, it can make all the difference in the world. So make sure that you're staying tuned to this channel, you're subscribing and you're following along, you're engaging, you're submitting your questions so that we can dive into them every single week here. And before you go, remember, I want you to comment below and tell me which one of these actually hits closest to home. Even if it's just the number, I want to know exactly where you guys are at. And don't forget to download your free checklist. It's a great way to help you get started. And if you feel like you're ready to get funding, then make sure that you hit the link in the website description to apply for funding right now. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.